This lesson is 7.5 in Go Math. The directions say add and subtract fractions. We have to be math detectives and find out if we're going to find the sum, which is the answer when we add, or the difference, which is the answer when we subtract. Good job. So in the model, it has 4/12 shaded plus 8/12. First thing we look at is, are the denominators the
same?
Yes, are they the same?
Yeah.
We have 12 and 12. Are they the same?
Yes.
Yeah, so then we just have to add the numerators. Okay, so 4 plus 8 is 12, and 12 out of 12 equals 1 whole. Good job. Okay, let's look at, I think number 2 kind of walks you through it. Let's look at number 3. Now we have, first thing we look at is, are the denominators the
Same.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we just have to subtract the numerators. Okay, so we write the denominator is the same, and we subtract the numerators. So 4 minus 3 is 1. The picture for that, let's go ahead and draw unit bars. How many are we going to draw? What's the denominator? 5. So that's how many? So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we have 4. So I'm going to shade 4, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to cross out how many?
3.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. How many's left?
1.
1/5. That's what our picture would look like. Okay, let's see. Ooh, here's a fun one, number 5. Okay, we have 1 whole. We have to rewrite 1 whole because do we have a common denominator with that? No. How do we write 1 whole? What denominator are we going to use?
8.
Ready? Say. 8. So I'm going to write 8 as my denominator. What does my numerator have to be then for it to be 1 whole?
8.
8. Okay. Now can I subtract?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just rewrite it. 8 eighths minus 3 eighths. Now are the denominators the same?
Yeah.
Yes, so what is my denominator going to be? 16 or 8? 8. Always the same one if you're just adding or subtracting. And then we just do 8 minus 3 is 5. So 5 eighths is our answer. And we can't simplify that because 5 is prime. Okay, let's look at number 7. We're going to use the table right here for numbers 7 and 8. All right, let's be math detectives and circle and write down all of our clues as we do it. Ready? Go. Guy finds how far his house is from several locations and makes the table shown. How much farther away from Guy's house is the library than the cafe? Now let's look at our chart to see how we can figure it out. So distance from Guy's house. All right, so let's find, and this is in miles. So library and cafe. So we're going to use the library and we're going to use the cafe. Now how much farther is a code or a clue for think and say? Subtract. Remember, anytime we hear how much whether it's how much farther or how much more or how much greater, that means we're always going to subtract. So when we subtract, what number needs to be in front? The bigger number. Good. So what's bigger, 9/10 or 4/10? 9/10. So let's write it down. 9/10. And we already figured out we're going to subtract. And then let's label library, so L. And then we get to write 4/10, which is the cafe. Okay, what's the first thing we look at?
The denominator.
The denominators. Okay, so what is the denominator?
10.
10. We have 10 as the denominator, right? So is it the same?
Yeah.
Then let's write it. Then we just have to follow the directions for the numerators. It says 9 minus 4 is what? 5. 5/10. What do you notice about 5/10?
It's half.
It's half. 5 is half of 10. So can we simplify this one? Yeah, so let's write or 1/2. And how would we label it? Miles. Great. Okay, let's just talk it out with number 9. It says compare how you would model, so drawing a picture, and record finding the sum and difference of 2 rocks weighing 2/8 pound and 3/8 pound. So you're going to find the difference, which means you're going to subtract, and you're going to find the sum, which means we're going to what? Add. Oh, I sure didn't hear everybody. Add. So sum means add. Difference means, oh, we need to do it again. Sum means good. Difference means subtract. Very good. So add those two and then subtract those two. Ready? Go.